I just was recording for 20 minutes in a row and I forgot to have my microphone on, so I'm gonna try and explain on the startup of a game if you want your game to have like any sort of custom hit point system, whatever you want to call it, if you want something other than 100. Now, every single map, you want to have the script, which is, and I wrote this down 20 minutes ago, and yeah, whatever. You need an if, you need to $ global dot startup, and this can be anything that you want, and it needs to be equal 0, because the reason is you just want this specific thing to only work once in your game, and it's on startup. Either way, it's gonna keep resetting your stats back to these ones, which you don't want, because we're gonna be changing these with an upgrade system that I'm gonna be doing later, so you can understand it. I did a couple of images on the side as well that I had was supposed to be for a longer video, but since I forgot to press record, well, it is what it is. Either way, you have global.maxhp equals 20, this one equals 0, the global speed equals 50, and then player set HP to the global max HP that you have. And you keep in mind you need a $, or else it doesn't know that it's going to be using that number, the number of the variable. The same thing with armor. And then global.startup equals 1. This makes it that when you go to the other map, if you have this same script, this if over here is no longer gonna, it's gonna go trying to find the else, and else is nothing. So it jumps over this and goes only to these lines, which are important throughout the rest of the scripts, the rest of the maps, and if you don't do this, you lose everything, because it's just gonna go back to what your standard values are, which are the standard values of the engine, which are 100 max HP and 100 maximum armor, and the default speed that I can't remember how much it was. So these ones are gonna set your different values to whatever your variables are, and it's gonna do it throughout the game. So every time that you transition from a map to another, it will know these are my maximum values and what my maximum speed is, and then map start. Alright. Second, you need a loop, because we're gonna be making a sort of custom currency system in the game to have like some sort of upgrade or whatever. Which we're using HUD, text, money. The money can be anything else. This money can be anything else. And you need to open with this symbol for the text, or else it doesn't work. It doesn't write text down. And I put money over here with this, and then global, not global, with $ global.money. And why is it like this? So it shows the number. Because if you put it like this, it's going to show money, global money, which is useless. It doesn't show a number, and you want a number to be showing. And then you have 40, which is font size. This is X, and this is Y. If it would be 1, 1, I think it would show you to the corner of the screen or something. You just gotta mess around and see what values you want to enter. And now if you go into the actual game itself, you're gonna have this. You're gonna have money, and your HP is set to 20, and your speed to 150. If we try to change the values, for example, let me change the speed to 700, or maximum HP 200, you're gonna see that it messed up my speed, and it didn't change my HP, because I did something wrong. So let me check what I did wrong here. Set maximum HP equals to 200. Ah. Hold on. Let's do this first. Nice. So I did do this wrong before. That's okay. So do this instead. Now it works. Okay. It needs to set the maximum HP first, because if you don't, well, it's gonna set you to your whatever maximum it is, and since the set HP was set up first, it only sets up to 100 because that's the maximum before it goes through that. Okay. Fair enough. So you do this. Now, if we want an upgrade system, I made in the game a decoration called Sphere, and I also went to the game settings. You do game settings, game info. It's not showing on my end, but then you press the option that says separate cursor for active decorations. And you want to make sure the sphere has a terminal mode on. And we're gonna put the sphere over here for now. Gonna go over here. You got a sphere here. Also, we're a little too fast, so let me change the speed. 1 to 150. We got the sphere. We can't do anything with the sphere yet. But don't worry about that yet. I'll fix that soon. Now, what you want to do is start a new script, and we're gonna need a couple of things in this. We're gonna need image, and I'm gonna put here saying images, because you're gonna need to divide this because it's gonna get confusing pretty quick. In images, let me check. Easy first person editor. I put it inside the buttons folder. Buttons. And I have the button PNG. And we want to make a button. And this image, we're going to call it... we're going to call it click. We're going to call the thing click. And one of the things fell on top of my foot. That's okay. We're going to do button click. And let me look very quickly in Easy FPS Hub, because I know that the button command is here. Yep, button image name followed by X. I'm going to put 200, 200 for the time being. And then it needs to have a procedure name. So the procedure, we're going to call it upgrades. And we're going to do this again with the same one. I would recommend using different buttons or else it's going to get confusing. And we're going to put it 700, 600 actually. And this is going to be called leave. We don't have the procedures now. So these buttons would actually do absolutely nothing if you came across them. And then I'm going to do visual novel 1 and do text. And I'm not going to change anything about the text. It's going to have the default colors. Because at the moment I'm going to go through everything else because everything else is much more difficult. And if I add more things to this, it's just going to make it more confusing. I'm going to say upgrade. Oh yeah, we're going to have to change this later, but it's fine. Upgrade your HP by spending 20 money. Ready your HP by spending 20 money, and then we have a halt here. And then we save this as sphere.script, and keep in mind, I think... Okay, good. So it's showing the buttons. You can see the buttons do absolutely jack shit at the moment, because they have no procedure attached to them, they do absolutely nothing. But we know that they show up, so that means they actually work. So next we want procedure upgrade, which is going to be, we're going to do an if command, if global, if $global slash, and I think I did slash money equals 20, not 20, you gotta do, I believe it's like this. Like this, right? Condition if value is greater or equal. If greater or equal to 20, then it will do And then we go to this one and we check what our HP is. I'm gonna put it at 20 here. And now we're gonna copy this. And this is gonna basically add. We do a plus sign over here. Operator HP by 10 by spending 20 money. 10. This means it's gonna increase the value by 10, the HP. And then we do global money minus equal 20. This is gonna subtract the money that you've spent. And then we do, let me look at the else, because you gotta open that. So basically then you can close this, else, then you open up this again, and have the thing say, you do not have enough money. You currently have, and we can show it by having the dollar sign. Dollar sign, money. Okay. And then we save. And then we're gonna make another procedure. Oh, and then you need to have end at the end of procedure. And you gotta add this symbol over here that I can't remember the name. You're gonna have to search. It's like the semicolon. I suppose it is a semicolon with a dot on top. Because between every procedure, if there's more than one procedure, every procedure before it needs to end like this. And then you do procedure leave. And gonna have map return tree, and then end. And then I save. You can have sounds in all of these procedures if you want your buttons to have sounds. I'm not having these here because that's just going to complicate this even further. And now you go into the game. Let's see. Greater HP by 10. So this should be the leave, because this is the one tied to the procedure leave, and we can leave the decoration. If we press this one, you do not have enough money. You can only have 0. So 0. And if you keep pressing it, it's going to keep saying that. Now, let's say we have some sort of item, and I'm going to use, actually, I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to make a quick item. I'm going to make some cash really quickly. I'm not even going to pay too much attention to how I'm doing this. It's going to be like, yeah, making some money really quickly. As you can see, that might have been more effort than it's actually worth, but now I'm gonna save this as a decoration. I'm gonna call it money. Then I put it in the decoration, call it money, save 400%, and then we're gonna make a script. And this script is just basically gonna do this. Global money plus 5. So, and then do map quick return tree, I believe. That's all this is gonna do. And we're gonna save this as money.script inside the scripts folder. And then we're gonna load up decoration. We're gonna make a thing here called money. I'm gonna put in the money thing, and I think you can have like a pickup, really quick pickup, so you don't have to pick it up normally. But I suppose trigger. Yeah, you could have trigger, sure. Trigger. Let's see if this works. We're gonna put it over here and let's see if this actually works. You're not letting me, so I might have to interact with it. I know that there's a way to, oh, it's because it's solid. Yep, it worked. Oh, and you're supposed to also do the Oh, you need to do... where is it? Delete me. Entity delete. Entity delete me. That's what it is. You have entity delete me over here. So it deletes the entity once you get on top of it. If not, you can just infinitely get money. You do this, you got 5, and then 10, and this is still not enough. So we're gonna put more money over here, all the money in the world, so we can keep upgrading our shit. You get all the money, all the dollars. And now we have upgrade your HP by 10. Uh-oh. I think that might have actually worked. It just didn't change the... Hold on. Gonna go over here to sphere, and we're gonna have player set maximum... No, player set HP. Yep, we're gonna have that as well. We're gonna have that, yep. That'll make it easier. Player set maximum HP and player set HP. Because that's gonna be easier to actually tell what your value is. So the interesting thing is, this loop is not upgrading at the same time as you're still over there. But what we can do is have it do a map return whenever you do an upgrade. So we're gonna do like this. Let's see. Do again. And then now it upgraded. You have 30. Mm-hmm. Actually working. What did I do differently in my one? I know that it then has what I did was also do another if, because you want this value to increase over time, so you do if global HP upgrade equals 0, it does this, and then you do this, you have this, you'll see what it is. We're gonna have one over here, 20. Upgrade for 10 for 40 money, or let's say 30 money. Because if we do this, because you can have different ones for ifs, you can have ifs inside ifs as well. So I think what I did was, I did another if, and then it checks global, it's a global name, HP upgrade, .HP upgrade. If it equals 0, then it does this. Right. Ooh, all the way to the end. I need this other if, because this is an if inside an if. And I gotta do it like this, because if we have a secondary upgrade, which is 1, I mean, if we have 2 upgrades, then it's gonna cost 40. No, it's supposed to cost 40. See if this works. Yep, and it needs a map return, or else it's gonna go jump from this to this one. Let's see if that's actually working at the moment, because it's gonna start getting confusing pretty quickly. And I mean super quickly. Just is what it is. Because every time you do something, you do an upgrade system that has variables or things asking for different values, it's gonna keep changing. The other option, there is actually an option which would be to have this be a variable and then a doubling, but let me just see if this works at the moment. Did I actually save first? Yes, I did. Okay. Try again. Let's see if this actually upgrades. Grade HP by 10. That ended up costing 30 that time, but hold on. HP upgrade. Ah, I need to do this as well. Global HP upgrade. This also needs to do plus equal 1 every single time you get an upgrade. So you do that, and then it needs to be this as well, and I'm gonna separate this because it becomes easier. Actually, tell what it is. Over here we save. Try that again. Let's see. Okay, spent 20 on the first upgrade. And then upgrade your HP by spending 30. And my game crashed. Because I did something wrong. This is kind of like the thing with upgrade systems. It only takes one thing and nothing works anymore. And I'm trying to figure out what happened there in order to make it break. Oh man. What's breaking this? So it didn't break on this first one. HP upgrade equals to 1. This sets it up to 1. Minus 30. So I should have had 30. Let's try that again. Let me just see it again. No, not using money. Yep, it crashed. Alright. Runs 1. Checks this. It upgrades. It's not working, and then map return tree, or else it does this. Why is it not working? I get a feeling I must have even simplified this even further on the other one. Let me see what I did with my original script. Scrap infuser. Oh, that's what I did. Yeah, that technically is easier. Okay, I did it that way. I didn't use the ifs, but what I did is do more procedures. Okay. Honestly, that's technically easier. Okay, so what I did was this. I did multiple procedures instead of doing what ifs, and this is kind of like the problem of using ifs inside ifs. We're gonna take this off for now. And we're gonna do, where's the other one? Take this at the moment off. This should work. So procedure upgrades. Procedure upgrade 1. I want it to be this one. Because every time this gets upgraded, it's going to go to a different one. This spends 40. So what we're going to do is going to be simpler than this, because then we just need to copy this. Actually, it's even simpler. Because I think it's going to go into the other one automatically, but... Okay, we're going to do this, and then this is upgrade 2 when you spend 30 here instead. And then we're going to have the other one and you spend 40 instead. And then you save. HP upgrade equals 1. So 0, 1, 2. Let's see if this actually works. And you can see how this gets complicated because I was adding ifs to the other one. It was breaking everything. and that's a problem. So that spent 20. Then it's asking for 30, and I spent 30. Then I spent 40. And I probably did something wrong because that one is not working. What did I do wrong there? Ah, the procedure is wrong. I forgot to put procedure tree. But this should actually work now. And then I can have something like here, no more upgrades available. Number 3. And this could have actually no buttons. It only shows the leave button. And it does this. So let's see if this works. Oh, felt lost because I'm already launching one. Okay, let me see. Let me save. Let's go. It's got enough money. So that's what I did. That's why sometimes you gotta think about simplifying and not increasing the number of Fs you're using. Because what I bet was happening there is that it was breaking because it thought that, oh, that this variable is now different. Now I need to get the fuck out of here, but I don't know how to get out of here, and it just explodes. That's basically what is happening because it's inside 2 ifs. Or maybe one of the things was written wrong. But now, 20, 30, 40. And there's something wrong here. I must have forgotten to put upgrade number 3. Yep, I didn't put the 3, I put 1 back again. That's what happened. So you gotta name these procedures right as well. Because I'm doing this quickly, because I'm doing this for like this little tutorial, you can see that I'm doing mistakes, but you know, these are mistakes you might do as well, so you can see them firsthand being made. But now, if everything is working properly, it's gonna run through every single one of those procedures now, because of the global HP upgrade going up by 1 each time. So the first one is gonna be upgrade 1, which happens in HP upgrade 0, which is this one. You upgrade it, and then another one. And more upgrades available. And notice something a little bit off. 3 upgrade 2 upgrade 1. Upgrade 2. And I don't know if we even need map return. Let me try without map return for a second. We're gonna do without map return. Let me see if this actually works. Curious, because I think on my end I'm not even using map return over there. Because it would be needed, the map return would be needed if it was inside an if, but not in this case, so let's see. So, oh shit, it went all the way to that one. Okay, what the fuck did I do wrong? Me doing mistakes more likely than you think. Man, that is weird. Ah, okay. No, it does need to be map return. Okay. But wait, did I do map return in mine? Because I remember this working differently. The fuck did I do? I swear mine just basically went back to the... The fuck did I do? Hold on. What did I do? Scrap infuser. Either the click or the else. No, it does have map return too. The fuck did I think there was no map return for? Okay. So it did have map return. Okay. Never mind. No, just have map return. Okay. Don't mind me. Wait. Yep, leave over there. It needs to be map return. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. You can see how finicky the scripting can be because it has to be 100% accurate. Any mistake, anything wrong, it's just gonna behave as it's supposed to do when those mistakes are there. It just is what it is. But yeah, 10 for, yeah, 10 for 30, and then 10 for 40. And that one isn't working because this one needs to be upgrade 3, and that one is at the moment being upgrade 1. Okay. So same problem as there. Try again, really quickly, one more time. And this is technically harder than doing other upgrades, like having pickable items that increase your HP value. The thing that you would do is just basically increase the global variable of your maximum HP and set your current maximum HP to that one and your current HP, and you have a permanent upgrade as an item. It's much easier than this. So this spent 20, this spent 30, and this spent 40, and no more upgrades available, and then you get the button to leave. And we got that going. So, I'm just gonna do one more thing. Put this over here, and we're gonna have it so it has an exit. Over here, we're just gonna upgrade our HP once, and then we go over here, and we still have the money that we saved up to the other map because it's keeping track, because our odd loop is carried over to the other map because it's the same loop or whatever you want to call it. Man, I'm so annoyed I lost 20 minutes of my whole explanation in the beginning. It would have been helpful. So one last thing that we're gonna add. I'm gonna just make a decoration, and I'm gonna use the same money thing. Actually, no, I'm just gonna do a random thing. This, and I'm gonna call it, actually, just because we're putting a little bit of effort into things. We're gonna do like this. And I'm gonna save this upgrade over here. I'm gonna go back to Easy FPS editor. This is just gonna be a simple one, and if you want to do upgrades for other things, it's very easy. If you follow my tutorial and you understood everything else that I've showed you, then you can do this for every other upgrade. Gonna call it upgrade. Gonna use the upgrade thing over here. This is gonna be a trigger, non-solid. We're gonna make a new thing over here, and we're gonna do entity delete me so I don't forget, and map return tree. Map quick return tree. And we're gonna have, let's go to the loop. We're gonna have global max HP plus 10. And we're gonna have set maximum HP this number, and global and set HP to this number. And I'm gonna save this as upgrade.script. And now we load this up. Let's see, where's the object? Object is over here. I'm gonna put a couple over here, let's see if they're working, and there you go. Now it's increasing your HP by 10, maximum. Also your maximum HP, also your current HP as well. So hopefully this helps you out. I'm still annoyed, but whatever. We got this working. Fabulous. And I hope this helps you out. Hell yeah.